Come back.
My name is Engineer Osmond Nwabisi. I am chairman of Nchenawa village in Govt Autonomous Community. We are here to protest against the government for how they invaded our land without our consent, without compensation. Today marks it the second day we are doing this protest. The first protest was done on 13 June 2024. And since then, we have not heard anything from the government. We are not protesting about against government development of the land. We are not protesting against the project. The project is a welcome project because we know it's all about development. What we are protesting is the manner, the approach and the attitude towards us. In this type of situation, at least it needs compensation. I know in this type of initiative, what the government would have done first is for them to evaluate, do a joint evaluation of our crops, both fruit crops and cash crops. And other evaluation, like structure, we have structure here, a joint evaluation of our structure so that they know how much we have spent there, how to compensate us. Secondly, they refused to give us the survey plan. We requested for it. If they had given us the survey plan, we would know the extent of land they are taking, the area, the square meter. But we requested for it, they have not given it to us. Thirdly is that this land in question, they should have reserved some for our youth and children, where they will build their homes. Inside the village there, our houses are very compacted. You won't believe it that if you get down to the village, about 8 families or 10 families shares one plot of land. This is the only land we have. They should have reserved from our children. At the same time, compensation. No compensation whatsoever. This is our central land, no compensation. And moreover, MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, we should have done it with them so as to accommodate other things like equity. And other things which we may, and other enumeration which we may not be able to do at the instant. So,
before now, have the community had any dialogue with the government on the way forward to resolve this impasse?
I wouldn't say they have. We know that the managing director, Enugu State Investment Authority, invited us once. So we thought it was for a dialogue. It wasn't for a dialogue. He just told us that the government interest in our land. We asked him for dialogue. He said we should itemize what we want. If we itemize it, we bring it to him. And we told him that it's not the best way to make dialogue in this type of thing. And since then, we have not heard from him. So we are appealing to the state governor of Enugu State, His Excellency, Dr. Peter Mba. We are appealing to him for him to look into our plight and save us from untold hardship and stress. As if this thing continues this way, it tantamounts to man's inhumanity to man. So,
my name is Chief Felix Ejim. I'm one of the stakeholders of this community. We are not happy the way the government are approaching to us. In the first instance, they've approached for us in respect of the international market during the time of Chimaroke administration. A lot of our property has been acquired up there. They made a promise that they are going to build international market there. We agreed that we started negotiation. All of a sudden, no compensation, nothing was done. Across the other aspect of our property, they acquired 2,000 hectares of land, the same government, without due compensation. And we made everything humanly possible for them to know and recognize the rightful owner of the property. What they normally say is that we are coming to compensate you. Allow us to work. Allow us to call. That's what they normally say. All of a sudden, they will disappear. We couldn't see anything. Quite unfortunate, so a little time ago, about two months ago, the same Barrister Sam Obu invited us. Somebody gave him my number. He called me. I should invite 1 or 2 persons from my state, my community. We came, we approached to him. He told us their intention that they want to make use of the remaining hectares of land we have. In this place, we have about 75 hectares here. We pleaded with this man that we are not against any meaningful and decision that government of Enugu State wish to do. After all, we supported His Excellency, the governor of Enugu State, to make sure, we did our best, our own quota, to make sure that he won the election. We are seeing him as someone who is humane, who knows the plight of the community, who always knows that in a situation where a property at such magnitude that they're supposed to come with peaceful acquisitions so that we'll discuss it peacefully. We're not against any meaningful development. We want it. But the only thing that is annoying us is the manner they are taking the property. They didn't even agree. We said, can we see the sketch of what we want to do in our landed property? They said no. They are not going to show us any sketch. That what they know is that the government has indicated interest. So the greatest annoying part of it is that already half part of this property, we have already started making use of it. We employed a dozer, employed some certain company for them to start clearing the place. If you watch down there, you will see a lot of structures that we have already fixed in there in order for us to develop it on our own. We didn't know that governments have interest. I was thinking that if actually governments have interest on somebody's property, that first of all, they should call the people, we discuss it peacefully. You understand? Then they should release at least a little bit part of the property so that we can be able to see where we can cultivate and at least build a little something. We are not, I know that governments own every other property. If they wish to relocate us to another place, it's government decision, but it's on peaceful dialogue. But all these things were not done. They were doing it as if says they are not human beings, as if we are not part and parcel of Enugu State. We believe that we are part and parcel of Enugu. Since 1999 to date, we have been supporting the existing government to make sure that we contribute to our quota in any meaningful development. But the way manner they are taking it, we strongly believe that the governor of Enugu State is not aware that they're taking this property in this manner. Otherwise, we have heard about a company called Nakro Ruhem Nigeria Limited. We are also told that such people has went and deceived the government and told them that they acquire. If actually such people comes to deceive the government, I believe that government should have contacted the people to know how did you acquire the property? Did you do normally compensation? Is there any meaningful agreement? If actually a company has acquired a property, there should be an MOU where you discuss with the community and know exactly what they discuss, and that all these things were not done. To be frank, till date, the sole company called Nakro has never given our community a dime. Talk more of the way they are behaving it. So we are not happy. We are not against government of Enugu State. We really support Peter Mba. We have seen massive development he has been doing in this state. We are really appreciate and we will do every humanly possible to contribute our quota to make sure that his aim and dream of our people is being actualized. But what we are pleading is that they should recognize that there are people that own the land. Come into dialogue so that we'll talk it, so that if you are releasing it, you release it with happiness. Tried everything now without even, they didn't give us, they said whatever you desire for government to do, write it and put to us. Within specific or 2 days that they have pushed those here and started with police and all sort of people. You understand? Intimidating people.
But wait, the international market was started under Chimaroke.
Yes, up there.
Will the government be claiming that they acquired, what was the sketch or what the length of the international market?
That is what we didn't know. They didn't show us. But you can see where there's a lot of structure. They promised us that they're going to start from that place, but they didn't do anything. They diverted to a place where we know they have not done any acquisition. No acquisition have done here. The way they acquired since 1999, they have not done anything apart from the little structure you have seen. They have not done anything. Then up the other side, which I told you, they took 2,000 hectares. They only fenced it, no compensation. You understand? The remaining place which they promised us that they will allow us at least to make use of it, they now jump into it. Automatically, if they continue this way, the next thing we will see is that we will be asked to evacuate even from our own house where we have our residential home. So we are appealing for government to come to our aid.
Okay, please, lastly, sir.
Yeah.
The first time you did this protest,
yeah,
I was opportune to be here
also. Great.
And we contacted Sam.
Okay.
And he said something that the stakeholders of this community are aware that something of this nature is happening. So I want to ask on that note, is it the state government that is lying or the community? Are there other stakeholders apart from what we are seeing here?
Well, from the place you can see, what we owned here is about 75 hectares of land. Because they didn't show us the sketch of what they wanted to do. But I want to assure you that the places they have cleared so far belongs to us. No any single stakeholder they have discussed. Unless if they are discussing other part, which I never know if they are going to encroach to their own property. But for the place you are seeing now, in Chanawa community, this particular place they have cleared belongs to Chanawa. Is about 75 hectares of land. You understand? They have not met with any single of us. Otherwise, you can see Chief Ojelo, you can see somebody like me, and a lot of them, the stakeholders, they have never. If Sam Obu would proudly enough to tell you that he have seen us, that we have given him our concept to go ahead and do it, means he's lying. He didn't say the truth.
To add this question.
Okay.
You have a real father, but is he still alive?
He's not yet alive. He has dead.
Okay. Now, are you suspecting the fifth columnist in your midst? Those who may be going behind and undermine the community effort?
Well, the only thing I might be saying is that I don't know if other community that does not own this particular place have gone on our behalf to discuss with government. This is my ancestral. Everybody will have 6 villages that makes up this community. We are the one that gave RCC this place. You can see where RCC is going. Down to this place is our ancestral land. In this place, we have about, let me say, 4 villages that makes up the entire landed property within this area. They call them AUUN. AUUN. Even though the day I discussed with Sam Obu, I told Sam Obu that we have 4 villages, 4 communities that owns this particular place. AUUN stand for Agbo Gugu, Umudioha, Ugwakolo, Nsude, Uguto, Nsude, and then Chanawa community. That is the meaning of AU. And we have a common agreement. You understand? But the place where they are clearly now belongs to my own community in Chanawa community. And every other neighboring village is away.
I'm most scholastic Ozi. Why in Chanawa? Even no be I did it. My government is hard and I can't go where I die of Manob. Macanoya Nan away. I know about 9 after Tabia Kobo. But I am Guy Kakoyabu. Bikono. Men I obu there, or what old care when I in order. I acquire. Or what over you Kako for I, Nana, I quit. Manana, you want to wake over there. I am.
Because people are claiming that are saying that this is your ancestral land. And why are you demonstrating today, first of all?
Well, we are demonstrating because the government decided, because they are the owner of the field, they are the owner of the land, that we cannot, they are audible, that they cannot, we the citizens that votes them in there, that we have no right. Well, what we are saying is that we have to come to a compromise agreement with them, so that they will know what exactly, where the land, what they want to take from, and where it will end, number 1. Number 2 is this: what our achievements, what will we gain from what they are taking? We are not asking the government not to bring development into the country, into the village. We are very, very proud that the government want to bring it. But the land they use in taking the land is uncalled for.
And what's your message to the government as a young man, as a youth in this community?
As a young man, I'm a retired soldier. My name is Ikechukwu Elu Kenneth. That's my name. I'm a pensioner in Nigerian Army for today. So what I'm telling the government is this, that the government should do the proper thing. They should do the proper thing. Call the villages involved, which is the main place they are taking now is my own village in Chanawa. They should call our stakeholders. They will sit down and talk how the things will go about, and not by taking it by force.
Thank you very much.